Hi everybody, I'm Pamela Salzman. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite teas in a doctored up sort of way, which I'm calling a tonic. I'm using Yerba Mate. I've done many Yerba Mate recipes on my website, some of them drinks and some of them not. So Yerba Mate is a tea that comes from Argentina. I only use Argentine Yerba Mate. I think it's the highest quality. It's a very healthy tea loaded with antioxidants, protective of the liver, and it has a kind of strong flavor. So if you like green tea, you will love Yerba Mate. But what I love about this particular tea is that there is something about the caffeine in it that is not overly stimulating. Instead, it has a nice energy to it that's not overly doesn't make me too jittery. I'm actually not a coffee drinker. I can't drink it, but I do love the subtle caffeine of the Yerba Mate. So let me show you how to make a great drink for the holidays. It's nice and cozy, feels really festive, and it is cacao and mint. But I'm also going to incorporate some of my favorite add-ins. This is the Yerba Mate, the leaves here, and normally you drink Yerba Mate in a gourd. That's the traditional way, but I don't drink out of gourds. I just drink out of my traditional tea mugs. I have a strainer here, so I'm going to put the leaves in a strainer, and this is some hot water, and I'm going to let the leaves steep in the hot water just until they really infuse the flavor of the leaves into the water. So I'll let that sit off to the side, and then I'm going to blend everything into a blender. I've got a bunch of little powders and potions over here. So the best way to dissolve anything, whether it's cacao or lucuma powder or any of the adaptogens that seem to be popular, is I think a blender, just to really get those powders to be nice and fine and incorporated. So first things first, I have some warmed up almond milk. I'm going to add that. And the ratios can be whatever you want them to be. If you like it mostly with almond milk, like I do, great. If you want just a little bit, no problem. Then I'm going to take about a tablespoon of raw cacao powder. That will give you the nice chocolate flavor here. And if you want to use the regular cocoa powder, that's fine too, but I like the raw cacao. If you like something like an ashwagandha, which the adaptogens are really nice for helping to the body adapt to stress. I have a Adaptogens 101 post on my blog. You should check that out. But they really give a good balance with the caffeine from the Yerba Mate, and this has a nice calming effect. So I'm going to use a little bit of that, but typically I only use about a half of a teaspoon of an adaptogen in my tonic. Then I'm going to sweeten this up with just a little bit of date syrup. You can use honey, you can use maple, but just about a teaspoon is all I need. And the tiniest little drop of peppermint extract to give it that mint flavor. But just be really, really conservative with the extract because it can be overwhelming. Now, there are other things that you can add. I like to add some collagen peptides, and these will just give me a little bit of a protein boost. They also help to make my drinks a little bit creamy and rich. You can use whatever collagen peptides you like. I always go for grass-fed though. Some other things that you can add are things like maca, which are good for hormone balancing, but always be careful and just be really sensitive to your own body. So if something isn't going to work for you, that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It just means that it doesn't work for your body. And again, lucuma powder, which has a nice caramel flavor. So I think I'm going to take my steeped Yerba Mate tea, pour that in, and then blend this all up, and then I'm good to go. And I love using a glass blender whenever I'm doing anything hot. Plastics will leach whenever you heat them, so try and use glass if possible. Start low, and then I'll increase the speed until I get a nice and frothy drink. Okay, Nice and creamy. You could also do that almond milk in a frother if you like it to be super, super rich and like pillowy, but this is creamy enough for me. That is like holiday in a mug. This is a great way to start my morning. Healthy, energizing, really good for you. I hope that you try Argentine Yerba Mate, and I hope you try it in this way. I'll see you next time in my kitchen.